Hi, I'm James Hetherington.
I'm Chris Gusker.
And welcome to the 8th and final edition of the Fiasco Sports World Cup show. Today we're going to be talking about Group H. Chris, who have you got for us?
Alright, Group H, Belgium, Algeria, Russia and Korea Republic.
Okay, Chris, do you mind if I take the reins?
Yeah, no, go for it, all yours.
So this group for me, it's not necessarily the most entertaining, but it's far from the worst. Again, my worst is the Argentina group. We all remember that, my spill. Not a fan. This group, there's going to be some action there. Belgium is a very, very ridiculously underrated team. They are my pick for the biggest dark horse in the competition. Russia have an okay squad. They've got Fabio Capello as the manager. He earns twice as much as the next highest manager at £6 million a year.
That's a lot.
Huge sums of money. Typical Russia.
Yeah.
But for me, Belgium number 1, Russia number 2, Korea Republic probably number 3, and Algeria number 4. Those last two could go either way. It's not really that relevant. For me, Belgium, Russia, that's my pick.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like you said, Belgium is extremely underrated and they have some incredible players already. Like, the one that does come to mind most prominently is Hazard, of course.
Absolutely.
He is unbelievable in that midfield. And I mean, this team has so many stars that you wouldn't even think would be from Belgium, to be honest, and that builds quite a really decent squad.
No, it's absolutely true. Hazard is a world-class player. He's up there with the best of the best. To have him is a huge asset.
Yeah, of course.
Who else have they got, though, you're asking? Simon Mignolet from Liverpool, great keeper. Courtois from Chelsea, who's been on loan at Atletico Madrid for something like 3 years now, long loan. Jan Vertonghen, Vincent Kompany, the captain of Manchester City, Moussa Dembele, Romelu Lukaku, Adnan Januzaj, or Januzaj, depending on how you want to pronounce it, from Manchester United, breakout superstar. Any way you look at it, there is a lot of depth in the squad here.
Absolutely, and I mean, I reckon they can easily go through the knockout stages easily. I mean, if the World Cups obviously aren't played on paper, you can tell that to France in the last World Cup. But I mean, this is such a talented squad. You can it's hard to tip against them almost, but in the same time, it's kind of hard to tip with them.
Exactly. I cannot. To be honest, I see Belgium going through in any group they're put in, except for maybe the Spanish-Netherlands group. That may be the one exception. I can see them knocking out Portugal in the group of death. They're a good squad. They shouldn't go underappreciated. Now, moving on to Russia. Russia as well, they're not quite up there in terms of dark horse with Belgium, but they're a good squad and they will compete. So for me, they've been given a good group. These two will advance. Any arguments with that, Chris?
Yeah, no, none at all. I mean, and I think Russia will get through pretty convincingly as well. I reckon there'll be a sizable gap between Belgium and Russia and Algeria and the Korea Republic.
Agree completely. Now for big call of the week. Chris, kick us off.
All right, so I've got a pretty big call this week. I'm going to say Belgium to the semis, which means they're the final 4 teams in the comp.
Semis.
And this means that if they win the group, which we both presume they will,
absolutely,
that they'll then take on Portugal, who we said will be finishing second in the last group. They'll beat Portugal.
Agreed.
I reckon they definitely will beat Portugal. And then in the quarters, I reckon they'll beat Argentina, which will then put them in the semis against Spain. I don't reckon they're good enough to beat Spain, but I reckon they're good enough to reach the semis. I just have a feeling they'll beat Argentina.
Big predictions.
Yeah, well, it's big call. You got to make.
I'm a big fan of Belgium. Semi-finals. I don't know if I'm willing to make that leap, especially against Argentina and Messi. This is Messi's time to shine. If he's going to do it, it's going to be now. So, great points, but I think maybe the quarterfinals stopping against Argentina. But Belgium are a good squad.
Oh,
they could do it. I agree. My big call is centered on Belgium as well. Eden Hazard will be player of the tournament.
Player of the tournament.
Hands down, above Messi, above Ronaldo. Yeah. He's going to shine. For the reasons that he is on the cusp of breaking into superstar status. He's right there, but he's not quite up there with Messi, Ronaldo. He's just floating underneath. This is his chance to launch himself up into that stratosphere, and I think he's going to do it. He's got the squad to help him out. He's got the defence. He's got the attackers going forward. He's got the pace. He is a good footballer. He will break out this season.
Now, see, I don't particularly agree with that because you kind of need to have that player playing all through the tournament, in my own opinion. Because I'm kind of looking at it and going, well, you could say Messi would be the player of the tournament, but, you've got to get that way to kind of say that they will be in a way. And I can see where you're going with Hazard. He's a terrific midfielder.
Yep.
But is he going to be playing enough games to make him the player of the tournament? That's probably my only concern with it.
Fair call, definitely. To be fair though, Chris, did you say semi-finals for Belgium?
I did, yes, I did. But I mean, on your logic, you didn't say they were.
Fair enough. Yeah. So now for our favourite segment of the week, yellow card. Chris, let's hear it.
Alright, so my yellow card this week may seem a little absurd, but they've given umpires a little can of foam. And what they're doing with that in this World Cup, I know, it's pretty ridiculous. I know you've got
can,
this,
like...
Yeah, just a little can of foam, like a spray, like...
a spray
like
can?
like what you have with like silly string or something like that.
Right, yeah.
What they're doing is instead of making sure the umpires, you know, God forbid, have to remember where the free kick is, they're going to spray the ground where the ball is going to go from where the foul was committed. And so then they don't have to remember where it is. Yellow card to the umpires. What are you doing? All you have to do is remember. How hard is it? Especially considering that you're standing near the spot of the foul anyway, unless you've gone off to give a card. And if you have gone off to give a card, the player's usually lying on the ground injured anyway, so you know where the foul's been committed. Why do you need foam to help you remember where the free kick is? It's ridiculous. Yellow card to the umpires.
That is really quite interesting. So by the end of the tournament, are we going to have thousands of little dots?
Yeah, I was going to say, the whole pitch will be white if the foam's the same colour as the sidelines.
Yeah, it seems pretty ridiculous to me as well.
It's just dumb.
Yeah. My yellow card of the week is not a yellow card, it's a red.
It's a red.
Red. First one of the show. On the last episode, I promised I'd get one out. This is it. My red card goes to injuries, just in general. I know you think that's ridiculous, but I'm about to list off some of the players we will be missing in this year's World Cup because of injuries.
Yeah, of course.
Now, a lot of these actually happen within a week because of friendlies. Yeah. I don't know why they're having friendlies a week before the World Cup, but... Marco Reus, first one. Huge player for Germany. I had the kid on before. He's gone. Ricardo Montolivo, Italy, gone. Victor Valdez, gone. Frank Ribery, gone. This list goes on and on. I'm just going to rattle off names. Here we go. Theo Walcott, Fiasco from Monaco, Thiago Alcantara, superstar young Spanish player. Now, these are just the players missing. Think about the players that have a question mark over their head, like Luis Suarez.
He's massive.
Massive. He will be the difference for Uruguay. He will be the difference between semi-finals and a round of 16 knockout for me.
Of course.
He's a superstar. Diego Costa, still reeling from that injury he had in Spain. Arturo Vidal, huge player for Chile. Not necessarily one of the bigger players in the world, but for Chile,
huge.
They need him.
Huge.
They need him. Moving on, Manuel Neuer for Germany. Superstar keeper, in doubt. Cristiano Ronaldo. In doubt. For me, injuries are a red card. They have taken a portion of my World Cup and taken these superstar players out of the equation. That annoys me to the extent that I'm giving out a red card.
A red card.
That's it. Promised I get it out. There it is.
That's crazy. Thanks for watching the Fiasco Sports World Cup show.
As always, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, all the social media, and check out our website. As it's the final episode, I'd like to thank all you for tuning in. All my co-hosts throughout the show, Chris Guscott, Matthew Diglio, and Marco Balsamo. It's been an interesting ride.
It's been good.
Enjoy the World Cup. It should be a good watch. A lot can happen. Enjoy it.